Hey everybody, this is Jeff, the business guru, coming to you from downtown Manila in the Philippines with another session of 15 minutes of fame. And guys, you got a chance this month to come on the show and become famous. We'll put you all over social media, think LinkedIn, Reddit, Quora, Facebook, and of course, YouTube with all your social media links and make you more famous than what you already are. It's a great opportunity. If you think about it, a TV commercial could set you back about $30,000. They'd probably go and make a cup of coffee or go to the loo while the commercial's on, right? 10 radio spots in your city going to set you back between $3,000 and $5,000, and they may play them at 2 o'clock in the morning when no one's listening. But come on, 15 minutes of fame, totally free, and we'll put you across all those different platforms, like I say, and help make you even more famous. Everyone wants their 15 minutes of fame, so come and get yours. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because you're going to meet some very interesting people. I've got a great guest coming up, and I'm about to introduce him in the dark here in my little office here. We've got a wonderful man by the name of Alexander Stevens. And Alexander is the owner and creative director of a company called Designflix.eu. The industry, of course, is design. He's done it for a mere 15 years. So if you want to know something about design, he might be the guy to talk to, guys. Virtual cup of coffee, guys, I keep telling people, costs you nothing to find out what you don't know. So ring him up and pick his brains and have a chat and see if you can resonate together, guys. Brief description. We offer an unlimited design request for a monthly subscription. After running an agency for 7 years, I'd come to outsource a lot. It meant relying on job boards, Facebook posts, LinkedIn, all that sort of stuff, annoying recruiters. So Designflix was born. So we provide a design team and a creative director for every task, guys. So they're right on top of it, guys, holding your hand all the way. We've helped agencies save over 50K a year in salaries and expenses, trying to outsource to unreliable designers, guys. A lot of these guys will take your money. You'll never see them again, guys. So reach out to someone reliable. Okay, personal motto. Designflix is the Netflix of design. I know all about that. I know exactly what he means there. We also hold a philosophy of helping support good people, from those we employ to those who we work with. We're very selective in helping good people. And they're getting to be rarer and rarer by the day, guys. But if you're a good person, Alex wants to speak to you. And when you finish with Alex, I want to speak to you as well. Right? Interesting fact about himself. What is this story? I have one story of how I am, where I am. I've been branded by an African tribe. Does that mean they gave you a tattoo or you're branded in another way? Alex.
So yeah, I lived in Africa for a few years, and I helped deliver a baby in a Maasai tribe, and the father of the baby decided to give me a Maasai branding, which is like a cattle branding on the side of your arm.
Wow.
So yeah, but it was 20 years ago now, so it's kind of healed. So yeah, it's not very, you can kind of still see it, but yeah.
Yeah, interesting. What a story. What a backstory there, my friend. Yeah. Anyway, Alexander, let's get this show underway. We've been on here chatting about other things for quite a while and had a few hiccups with storms and one thing or another. But here we go. Alex, let's get started. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. How did that all come about?
So yeah, when I was early in my 20s, I got the opportunity to build a creative studio for a marketing and promotions agency. They were doing amazing work, but they were outsourcing all of every time somebody came to them with design requests, they outsourced it and they were just leaving money on the table. And it was a missed opportunity. My director at the time said to me, he says, look, you've got 1 year, try and build a creative studio for us and see how it goes. I'm still in touch with that agency today, and it's now the second biggest part of the company.
Awesome.
So that's really cool to know that, that was my baby. But I left for love to be with my partner about 8 years ago now.
Yes.
And I went on the wild goose chase of being a freelance graphic designer and web designer and all the things that come under that bracket. And it was great, but also extremely exhausting because I was doing what most freelancers do, working for agencies and agencies and agencies. But because I had this creative director role beforehand, a lot of these agencies were asking for my expertise on how to better build their creative resource. And that's where Designflix was born, because I was like, okay, there's so many of these agencies that can't afford to go out and pay, I think $120,000 is the average wage of a creative director in the US.
Yes.
Graphic designers start at around about $75K in the US.
Correct.
And these costs add up. So what Designflix does is we offer unlimited design requests. We have it tiered. Some people kind of get scared by that because they're like, oh, wow, yeah, unlimited. But it's actually tiered so that you can have like how many tasks that you can have running at a time. So we have some agencies that need 5 requests a day. We have some clients that need 1 request a week. And that request is a bit of a bigger project and stuff. So we tier our packages, and it works great for those agencies because they're no longer, if their client comes to them and say, oh, we need a new newsletter, we need a new design for this or design for that. They don't have to go onto Facebook into the jobs boards or LinkedIn and create a post, go through portfolios and get 80 messages from all over the world and have to work out who's good, who's not, and then spend a whole week just trying to get to it. They can literally go, hey, Alex, we need this. Can you get it done for us? And we go, yes, that's great. Give us 48 hours, usually 24, but 48 hours. And
I get that too.
They have it. Yeah. So,
and you can't do it. I'm sure you know someone who can, right? Pretty much. That's the bottom line, isn't it? You're so well connected.
The idea of the agency is that at the heart of it is myself as a creative director. So every task kind of comes through me. Now, I'm a human being, which means that I can't do everything in the world. And anybody that's coming to you and saying, well, I can do everything, they're probably they're either doing everything bad or...
Yeah, they put him on the cross years ago, didn't they?
Yeah. And so what I did was I created this network over the last 7 years, building up people that I can rely on, people that I've tested and worked with, so that if somebody comes to me with something that I don't specialize in myself, I bring them onto the team and they help me with that project. So we've got amazing video editors, for example. I can video edit, but I'm not as good as the people that come in and do it for me.
Correct, that's right.
We have ad specialists and stuff like that as well. So,
we've all got different skill sets. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome that?
The most challenging part was being a freelancer, and it was, scraping by on, little bits and working with agencies. And however much it was the most challenging part, it was the bit that taught me the most of how to create Designflix and be that solution for these agencies. And it really helps with the people that I bring on board as well, because they're in that position. And that's why I mentioned working with good people, because I have people come to me and they're like, struggling, and it's not just about them coming in and working for us. We actually like to teach them how they can build up and be better, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty unique perspective. Tell me, what's the most important? Tell us about an important moment. Get my tongue tied. An important moment in your career that changed the direction in which you were going. Where did that pivotal moment come in?
I got a hospital bill in the post, and it was Christmas time. Just obviously for gifts for the family and stuff, and I couldn't afford the hospital bill. And I sat there and was like, I can't keep going like this. This freelance thing is so up and down, and I need to change the way I was a creative director of an agency, and I was like, I went from creative director of an agency to being the kind of graphic designer freelancer. And I'm like, I'm better than this. I've got a brain that can help other people. I've got a skill that can help other people. How can I do that? And this moment kind of clicked, and had a conversation with my partner, and sat on the end of the bed and almost in tears, worried about how life was going to be. And it was, okay, we'll do something about it. And
awesome.
I had this idea of design. I had this idea for Designflix for about a year, but I'd kind of been scared to do it because I had this freelance work coming in. And
but you took the leap. You took the leap of faith. They call it the gut feeling came in, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah,
So
fantastic.
yeah.
In your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have helped, apart from your determination, what else do you believe has contributed to your success?
I got my job for the agency that I created the studio for when I applied for another job. So I actually applied for a job in that agency as a account manager or something, and
Yes.
I was extremely underqualified.
Yes.
But I was very good at marketing anything. I was very good at marketing myself, and therefore I
Yes.
sent this amazing cover letter, amazing CV, had an amazing interview, and they turned out at the end and they gave me a call about 2 hours after the interview and they said, look, you've not got the job. And I was devastated. But then
Right.
they said, but we'd like you to come in and meet our director, the owner of the company, because we think there's something there. And
Yes. Awesome.
that's when my managing director, who I'm still in touch with today, he's like a father figure to me. I love him to pieces. He's a great guy. He said to me in that moment, he says, look, we've never had somebody come into the agency before and apply for a job that they're so not qualified for, but managed to persuade us that we should employ them anyway and create a job. And
Pretty
that's
cool.
what you've got. You've got a spark. And that's what I tell clients is that to have that spark, to be able to see a problem and go, okay, it's not a problem. That problem is now the brief. That problem is a brief that we
That's
can
right.
then kind of explore into amazing ideas to find a solution.
I always say
And
every problem's got
yeah,
10 solutions. Write them down on a bit of paper and
yeah,
work out which one's the best one out of those 10. And if
exactly.
A doesn't work, move on to B and C. And you're familiar with test and measure, guys. It's all about, in the real world, it's all about testing and measuring. Not everything you're going to do is going to work. But the secret of success is be right far more than what you're wrong, and you'll be very successful.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field in this current day?
So for me, the evolution of AI has been like
Yeah,
something
awesome, eh?
that originally shocked me a bit. And I was like, oh, how's this all going to work? I've absolutely loved it. You know, it's
Oh,
massively
you got to
helped
embrace it.
me
It's a tool, isn't it? It's
in
only a
marketing
tool.
social. We had a couple that are doing amazing work in the science fiction book
Yes.
genre, and they came to us to design a new book cover for their book. And I was a little bit in that space in my head of going, not quite sure what to do. But I had some ideas on paper, but I couldn't visually kind of work out. So I had a conversation with ChatGPT,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of progressed it, and it's kind of using it as
Sounding board.
a thinking back, yeah, chatting board, and it's been great because then kind of developed some ideas, and we started this last night and we sent over this morning the first look of this cover, and it looks amazing, absolutely awesome. So
Fantastic. Yeah.
that's with the help. It's not getting AI to do the job for
No,
you.
sure,
It's
I
kind
get
of
it.
bringing
Yeah.
it in to kind of elevate what you already have.
Yeah, I'm 77 and I'm embracing it. It's shocking me. And I tell you, for anyone listening, I'll tell you a funny story. The other day, I don't know why it came like out of the blue. Every year I have a blood test, so that way you know whether you're going to get cancer or what's wrong with you. So I had this blood test, and the doctor said, "Oh yeah, Jeff, your liver's okay, your kidney's okay, blah blah blah," and you can't read the report; it's written in gobbledygook for doctors. And so I had this brainwave. I put it through ChatGPT. And the interesting thing was, guys, it told me twice what the doctor told me. And on my one, interesting, which he didn't mention, number 9 said, you should be 100 and you are 900. And I went, whoa, what's this one? And what it was, and a bit like Alex, we're at our desk all the time, it was a lack of vitamin D for not being out in the sun, guys. Right? So there it was. And I was wondering why I was getting tired. I look up the effects of lack of vitamin D, and it says super tired, tired all the time, blah, 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 and brittle bones, etc., etc. And that's when old guys like me fall over and break their hip, guys, because, your bones aren't as strong as you think they are. So I'm on the vitamin D tablets, and now I've got my phone programmed. I go out 2 30-minute walks every day in the sunshine. So I'm back on track. In fact, I just came from another blood test today to see how close I am back to normal. We'll find out very soon. And I'll put that through ChatGPT as well, you can be assured. Tell us about a recent project or achievement you're particularly proud of, please.
Yeah, so we've been working with a really top advertising agency at the moment, creating ads for them. And they've just absolutely smashed all of their previous records in terms of,
fantastic. What an achievement
that they're doing on their ads.
Proud of you.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. And what's really great is that because it's online, we get to see the ads because we
Great, you can made it. Yeah, you say, I did that
because of the data, and it's it's absolutely fantastic to see, and they're really happy. And what's really great is what we get to see is this kind of caterpillar effect, in the sense of they're really happy and then their clients are really happy, so it's kind of like everybody's
win-win
happy, and it's really great.
Yeah, I live near I live in a very upmarket area, but near where I live there's a river runs alongside, and on that river there's a shitload of billboards. And just recently they launched a range of clothing, and by this sort of African-looking girl, beautiful girl, and it was photo after, and the pictures of the size of buildings, right? They're huge. And I thought to myself, wow, how much she feel when she drives along there and sees about 15 pictures of herself up on all these billboards, the size of a building, and they look bloody fantastic. You can't miss them. So you certainly know the brand and quickly, that's what it's all about. Right. Yeah. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Well, the thing is that with Designflix, we've spent the last 2 years kind of building Designflix to the point where we want it to be right now. But our plan is to just keep growing and growing, because the more that we can grow Designflix, not only can we help other agencies and people that were in personal branding, but we can help people that want to become designers, that want to become really good video editors. And so it's kind of, obviously, bringing in new clients is fantastic. It helps us build the company. We can have more money and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, we want to give back a little bit. And the idea is to bring people in that don't have the chance that some other people do have. So,
nice.
It's trying to help those people.
So you're working towards a legacy.
Exactly.
That's very, very nice. Tell me, for someone younger than you, what advice would you give someone aspiring to follow in your footsteps? What would you tell them to do?
Don't focus on the traditional ways of assessing your abilities. Not everybody is amazing at doing tests. Not everybody is amazing at hitting, certain targets and things like that. Be the person that adds a spark to a room. So when you're in that room and somebody's talking about a project or a problem, be the person that's thinking about the solutions. Your solution isn't going to be the solution that gets picked every time. But every single time you're in those rooms and you're coming up with solutions, people are going, this guy's coming up with good ideas each time. And that's I think people are a bit scared to vocalize their solutions and ideas.
That's right.
Because
Trust
they think they might be wrong. And at the end of the day, they might be wrong. And you know what? That's completely fine. It's absolutely fine to be wrong.
No one remembers. They remember the winners.
Yeah, exactly. And, it doesn't take long for the people that you're working for, or the people that you're working with, to realize the person that's quiet and staying still isn't worth as much as the person that is, vocalizing their ideas and coming up with solutions and trying to make it, to find a fix.
That's right. And I'd also say, reach out to people like Alex. If you're younger, get a mentor. Get a mentor, guys. Alex, and people like myself, we're happy to guide you and give you some of our experience, providing you're prepared to listen. Your mother told you the stove was hot, but you said to go over and touch it. People don't always listen, do they? Tell me, how can people watching this now, listeners, reach out and find out more about your wonderful agency? Alex, what's the best way?
Yeah, so the best way is you can visit our website at Designflix.eu. You can also find me on Facebook at alexander.designflix, or searching Alexander Stevens, because I'm also on there. My links are going to be in the video as well. But you can find all the information that you need on Designflix.eu. And the best thing to do, even if you look at our prices and you think, oh, it's a bit too much or whatever, the best thing to do, just jump on a call and have a conversation.
Absolutely. Because
We're happy to help.
if Alex is anything like me, if you can't afford, if you can't afford the top of the tree, guys, you're not big enough. Alex has got other people around him that can support you.
Exactly.
Same as myself.
Exactly.
I've got other people, and sometimes I might even take you on as a for want of a better word, I was going to say a charity case, not quite a charity, but a test case. I mean, sometimes Alex is the same. My ego gets in the way. I like what you're trying to do, and if I like it, I'll come on board with you. Providing you're prepared to.
We've got a few clients at the moment that we're helping out because they've came from somebody that's asked us for a favor, and we're kind people and want to help. So
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it never hurts to be kind to people, guys. That's called integrity as well. Before we wrap it up, Alex, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
You had it at the beginning of this call, but I got branded like a cow.
Did they hold you down or what? You went willingly or what?
No, I went willingly. They told me that I was going to do it. And,
you're a braver man than me. There's no way I'd be doing that.
It was a cool experience. And something that when people ask me for a fun fact, I've got a fun fact because I don't think many people have
it's a fun fact, all right.
Like a cow.
I would have disappeared in the middle. I would have gone missing in the middle of a night. If I knew I had that coming up, I can assure you.
Yeah.
Alex, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks very much. Keep in touch. And
definitely.
Once again, guys, if you want your 15 minutes of fame, just like Alex, please feel free to reach out.